What's up guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Annotating the Bible with me. Today we're going to go through all the methods that I do to annotate. I'm going to show you what I use to annotate and how the Lord helps me annotate and read his word. So let's get right into it. I hope you can hear for all the crickets. Alright guys, so we are going to be annotating today. This is what I'm using. I'm using the felt tip pen by Stadler, made in Germany. I'll have these linked down below and let me show you what it looks like. I think it looks so pretty, which is why I use it to annotate, because it just does the trick. You know what I'm saying? This is what the annotating with those pens look like. So as you can see, very pretty. It does not bleed through. I mean, it kind of does, but not enough for it to damage the page. And the colors are so vibrant and so beautiful. Like, I love these two pages I have right here. So without further ado, let's get annotating. In this video, I am reading Romans 7 and I'm reading verses 1 through 6. First of all, in verse 1, I wrote, Paul is addressing the audience where he says, "For I am speaking to those who know the law." I wrote in little margin, "Only as long as he lives. We are dead to sin and the law, alive by grace in and through Christ." That basically reassures everything that Paul says in those 6 verses afterwards. I underlined each and every verse after that. I changed color based on how I personally felt the importance and how I wanted to remember it, and based on how my mind broke up the verses. You yourself can grab a bunch of highlighters, a bunch of pens, and annotate the way that you wish. I personally just do it based on what I feel. I don't really have this key. I don't have a formula. Sometimes I do it by which is a promise. Sometimes I do it by a revelation that God gives me. It really is up to you how you want to change the color, if you even want to do that. I bracketed all the key words and key phrases that Paul wrote down. For example, by the law, new way of the spirit, not in the old way of the written code. I circled the sinful passions that are aroused by the law. I also wrote something about that. I wrote in the other margin on the other side of the page, the law held us captive to death. It was binding, and now we have freedom that only comes in Christ. So the law did not offer freedom, only Christ offered freedom. The Lord revealed to us how bound we were to sin and death, and that's why Christ died and saved us and freed us ultimately and completely. To sum it all up, I asked the Lord, help me read this Bible by your Spirit. Help me learn something new by what I'm reading. I pray that you give me understanding to be able to speak on this if you ever need me to in the future. And the Lord gives me just that. So one key takeaway that I took from this is the verse that says, "To him who has been raised from the dead, in order that we may bear fruit for God." So not only were we saved to be saved and put in right standing with the Lord, but also to bear good fruit for God. We are the example that other people get of Jesus, and the Lord desires for us to bear good fruit, not to bear bad fruit and not to bear no fruit at all. We're giving him glory and we're reflecting Jesus and the light to all who we meet. Thank you guys for annotating with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did filming it. I pray you guys have a wonderful rest of your day or whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys in the next video. God bless you guys and peace.